Hey guys, this is a review of Revlon Custom Creations Foundation as requested by BellaBella327, and I'm going to try and make this really quick. This is actually like my third time filming this, and every time has gone over my 10-minute limit. So I'm going to kind of zip through this, and if you guys have any more questions about this product, please just leave a comment. I will get to it. Either by writing you back or just making another video to answer those questions. So first of all, for those of you who don't know, the idea behind this foundation is that it has one lighter color and one darker color foundations in the bottle. They're separated, of course, and it has a little dial up here that you can turn from numbers 1 to 5, 1 being the lightest, 5 being the darkest, and it will use different proportions of the two foundation shades in the bottle, mix them together to make your own custom shade perfect for your skin tone. And it's a cute idea, but I'm not a fan of this foundation at all. First of all, the texture is really thick. Like if you guys watch my Color Stay review, I said it was like a liquid, but it's not too runny, so like, you know, it doesn't go everywhere, and it's not too thick, so it's really easy to blend. But if you look at this, I'm just going to spread out like a little bit. No, actually. Here we go. Just going to squirt out a tiny bit, and you can see like how slowly it drops. Whereas the Color Stay would be like pouring out, and now I have like a little dot on my hand, and it's just like not moving anywhere. Where normal liquid foundations like the Color Stay would be like running all down my hand and stuff like that. And you guys might think it's good because, you know, it doesn't run, so it's not going to drip down all over your face while you're putting it on, but foundations like the Color Stay don't do that. And foundations like this one, where they're super thick, it just makes it a lot harder to blend. When I used this, I was still working with my 187 for liquid foundation. And I found that if I didn't blend it in immediately after putting the foundation on my skin, it would get streaky and it wouldn't blend out. And I heard that complaint from a bunch of other people who would like apply it with their hands or with those like little triangle latex sponges, that it was just too hard to blend. It was streaky, it was disgusting, all the stuff that's not good in a foundation. So that's not good. The price, I think mine was like $12 or $13 from Ulta. I've seen them anywhere from like $11 to $14, so it's a little bit more than some other foundations. I think the Color Stay is like between like $8 and $12. So it is like $1 or $2 more than some other drugstore foundations. The color range, not that good, because I think I have this in Fair Light, and I believe they have 5 different bottles, but some of the shades overlap. Like the next one, Fair Light, the next one up would be like light medium, so one of the shades would be the same. So they really only have like 6 shades total that you mix together to make your own shade. So I mean, it's hard to explain, but there's really not that much color selection. Let's see, the dial I found, because I am a 1 in this, but I found when I was turning the dial to like a 2 or 3, it would take a couple pumps to get it out in the new color. So like, you know, it wouldn't immediately change, and you would waste a couple pumps if you were changing the color, because it just takes that long to go through the pump. I did like the pump though, because it is really convenient. Unlike Color Stay, where it doesn't have a pump, it just kind of pours out, and that way it's hard to control the amount. But I mean, this way it's really easy to control the amount that you get. So that is a good thing. And then the last thing I don't like about it, which is kind of obvious if you sit and think about it for a while, shades are 1 to 5 on the dial. 3, I'm assuming, is 50% roughly of the darker and the lighter shade. So if you use a 3 on the dial, you're pretty good. But if you use in the other shades, you're using unequal amounts of the two foundations in the bottle, which means that by the time one of the foundations runs out, you'll still have more of the other one on the other side. And that one by itself will not match you, because it'll either be way too dark or too light. So unless you're a 3 all the time, you will end up wasting foundation. and that's, I mean, just a flaw in its inherent design. You can't change that. And I really don't like a product that, by design, requires me to waste product every time I buy it. So that's not good, Revlon. And I mean, I know there's no other way to do this, but I mean, it just kind of sucks that every time you buy it, you're wasting like half a bottle, or I mean, a little bit less, but you know. I'm trying to think. The only way that you maybe wouldn't waste foundation would be if you're like some people. Like, I mean, I don't tan, I'm pretty much the same skin tone all year round. But if you're like some people and you tan during the summer and quit during the fall, so you're a couple shades lighter in the winter than you are in the summer, it would be nice, because as long as it only varies by a couple shades, because if it varies by a lot, you're going to need to buy another bottle of this. But if it varies by a couple shades, you could use like a 4 or 5 during the summer when you're tan, and then drop it down to like a 1 or 2 during the fall and winter when you get paler. And you would pretty much use up the whole bottle. And it would be easy, and you wouldn't have to go out and buy like, you know, your summer foundation and your winter foundation. It'd just be the same bottle. Just a little turn of the dial, and you're perfect. So, unless you're like that, you're going to waste foundation. They don't have that many matches because I used the lightest, absolute lightest color. I used a 1 in the Fairlight. It was still too dark for me. And there are drugstore lines that have a lot bigger color ranges, and I mean, of course, department stores have large color ranges. So, if you have a skin tone that you know is hard to match to a foundation, which is kind of who they're appealing to, because in the commercial they're like, you know, create your custom shade, perfect for your skin, blah blah blah. And the people who it would match the best, those with like medium skin tones, those are the people who don't normally have a hard time finding a foundation match if they know how to look properly. So the people that they're trying to appeal to, it really doesn't work for, because I know really pale people like me, it's too dark, and then I'm sure on the other end of the spectrum, if your skin tone's really, really dark, you probably couldn't find a good match in this. So there you go. It's not really appealing to their target audience. You waste product. Unless you're a person who changes skin tone between the seasons regularly and you know what's going to happen, just skip on this one. I mean, they're much better. Even drugstore foundations out there. If you're looking for a wide range of colors because you have a hard time matching your skin tone to drugstore foundation, I would recommend either the Revlon Color Stay, as I've already mentioned, or I haven't used this one, but the L'Oreal True Match seems to have a wide range of skin tones that can match, especially because it does break it down by like the warm, neutral, and cool skin tones, and it has many shades within each of those. So there you go. I hope this review helped some of you guys. If you have any more questions about this product or any other products that you've seen, just leave me a comment or send me a message. Bye guys.